One punch! Hello and welcome to another figure review. Today I'm going to have a look at the, super excited about this one, Figma One Punch Man! Saitama. Is that enough yelling for you? I'm sorry. But yeah, man, One Punch Man was one of these things that came along and everybody was like, oh dude, you should totally watch that. And I hate when people tell me I should totally watch something, but I had a look at One Punch Man and I was amazed. This is one of the greatest mangas of all time, and here the anime is also, I mean, I've seen some of the anime and it looks amazing. It's just like, I don't have that much time to watch anime, so I'd rather read the manga, which doesn't take up so much time. Reading is fast and I can do it while I'm doing stuff, while I'm waiting for stuff and whatnot. And that's the point. Anyhow, this is the box of the Saitama. I want to have the Saitama. Okay friends, the hype has calmed down. I had a chance to look at him and, well, there's some things, there's some problems, but we'll get to that. First of all, size of Saitama. He stands about, let me get his head straight, 14.5 centimeters to the top of his head, which means he's a little shy of 6 inches, 5.8 or something around that. Now, I'm just gonna get right to it because I'm gonna take it off. The cape. The cape is, well, how do you say it? Ass. First of all, my main problem, which I've already seen on the pictures every time, I thought it was kind of taking up way too much space here around his neck, and I mean, it's okay over the shoulders, it just goes up way too high. The other problem is, and that's with the articulation, I'm just going to show you the entire thing of the cape right now, because I'm going to take it off for the rest of the review. So the problem with it, it has articulation, it has the balls, I mean it's kind of like the joints with a hinge on it, and you have a pack that goes in the cape and one that goes in the middle part over here. Now why they made this weird middle part is because you also have your peg hole. If you want to put them in the base, you just take this part out. I mean, let me demonstrate that real quick. If you want to put them in the base, you still have your peg hole in the back, you just have this see-through placeholder, which you take out, and then you go, there you go, you can make, can put your Saitama on your base. But back to the actual cape. Problem with it is they should have done a middle part. They should have, and they could have easily done something under here, like just something soft plasticky that would have fixed it. Because as soon you only have the cape at this range, basically. This how much it goes apart without breaking apart. Let me just show you real quick. Let me demonstrate. I mean, it still looks decent, but if you really want to go crazy with it and move it out to the sides, there's nothing in the middle. So overall, it's not terrible. It's just like, why didn't they make a piece in the middle there? And I don't really care for the cape, so I'm just gonna focus on the figure for the rest of the review. Thank you very much. Now, overall paint detail, it looks good. It's very much of a simple design, but what's there is executed well. This is nice to paint it, and the mold overall looks good, with the exception of this. They did this again. I don't know who it was, but I recently had a review where I had the same problem of, why do you do that? Why do you have that? Why do you have this huge gap over there? It doesn't look good as soon as you kind of move it out. If you have the arm just kind of tucked in there, yeah, okay, it's fine. But as soon as you move it out, it's just kind of like, it's there and it doesn't look good. But other than that, I don't really see a big problem in the mold. Articulation, as you can tell, the neck has huge range. You can move the neck around, but also head moves around, and also the head itself is kind of limited. Just get some wiggle motion, and I'm holding on to the neck so I can move the head around. But yeah, moves down to the side, but it's alright, it gets the job done. Then we have a shoulder, you have the ball pack into another ball, I mean the ball overall, rotating around with the hinge, so you can bring that forward, you can move that around, and you have all the range over here, which I've already mentioned, which is a problem, but as far as articulation goes, I guess it's cool, it's fine. So you can rotate that also around. There's no bicep swivel or anything, but you have the rotation at the elbow. Yeah, basically the entire thing, the entire joint moves around because it's just in a pack, and it's Figma. It's really just, this thing is packed into this. This thing is packed, connected with via packs. It's just like the pack goes in there, the pack goes in there, you got the hinge in the middle, and there's the articulation. Same thing with the fist. There's a ball with two pegs going into the fist and into the forearm. So you can move that around and back and forth, and all that jazz. And then at the torso, he goes very far back actually. I'm really impressed by that one. And also forward, same thing, nicely done. Then we have down here at the hips, you have the kind of continuing trend of they've done that a lot. This is also like something I really like actually. It's kind of a weird conversion over here, but yeah, at least I don't have a gap, so I'm totally fine with that. You have the crotch piece, which is soft plastic. It's one of these diaper thingies. This is soft plastic. This is kind of hard plastic. It's only this piece over here, but it reaches up towards the belt, up to the belt, up over here. And like I said, it's soft plastic, so it doesn't get into way of your articulation. Leg goes up like that, and like I said, due to the diaper, really I don't have any problem with it. And you can also rotate it around, of course. There's a joint in there. I really like these. I really like these joints. And the knees, once again, they don't look great, but it's kind of like a thing with Figma. They can't really get it done right. And, well, I guess they're trying, making like a bigger ball in there, which kind of looks super ugly from the back. But it's okay. At least there's not a huge gap. It still looks wonky and probably always will look wonky. I don't know. As long as you don't have a knee pad, it's not really going to fix itself. Then at the foot, same thing, pegged into the air, pegged into the foot, pegged into the leg. So it moves up and down. You have a hinge, and you can kind of rotate it side to side. It's not a full-fledged ankle rocker, but it works, gets the job done. And you have a hinge at the toe. That doesn't really go up that much. And that's your articulation. Now, let's have a look at the accessories. And we actually got some weird things going on. But first of all, none of the weird things. The alternate face. Of course, you're gonna have the serious face, which looks good and everything. I mean, I just wanna braze over this. The face looks good. I don't have any problem with the face, but this is the only one he comes with, and of course the one that's already in the figure, which is kind of disappointing. Oh my god, look at these side by side. Ha! But yeah, it's kind of disappointing to me that he doesn't have the okay face. You know, the okay face, and then stuff drops on the ground. But yeah, the okay face. You know the okay face when he's just like, okay, you know that one. Where is that? Kind of disappointing. Another thing that's kind of weird, and I say kind of a lot because I'm an idiot and I don't have a good vocabulary. But what we have over here is the crossed arms. Now, the problem with that is, other than SH figure arts that just do one entire solid piece, you just have this Figma version where it's still the crossed arms, but they're kind of connected over there, and I don't get that. Like, just do the crossed arms, dudes. So I kind of put it together like that. It's not super cross, but yeah, that's basically how it goes. I'm sick and tired of playing around with it. And then you have a cup of tea or cup of coffee. Hold on. Look at this. Look at this beautiful. I can't even zoom in far enough. It's not even letting me. Anti-disaster. Let me get any closer. Hero Association. Anti-disaster measures Hero Association. That is so tiny, and I didn't even realize there was actually writing on there. And oh my god, that's impressive. I mean, it's just a cup of tea, I guess, but wow, the way how they put the writing on there and everything, that is really impressive. And of course, as usual, you have a couple of hands going with your Figmas. He has open hands, kind of like a holding hand, even though he doesn't have anything to hold, except for his cup of coffee, cup of tea, but that doesn't really go in there. That's more for that one, I'm assuming. Hold on. Yep. Goes in there, and doesn't really go in anything else. Just kind of posing hands, and of course one to hold the cup of tea. And there you go. There's nothing really else. Oh, and actually the tea comes out. Yeah. But yeah, there's nothing else. There's no grocery bag or I don't know, a magazine where there's sales in it, something like that. Of course, actually, also he has Figma base, but I keep forgetting about that because it's in every Figma, and you have the Figma back. Every Figma figure has a base and a back. If you didn't know, now you know. But final thoughts, time for Saitama. Like I said, this is a good figure. This is not a must-have though. I'm a little bit disappointed in the accessories. There could have been a little bit more, but there's not really a problem with the figure overall. The only thing I don't agree with is the cape, but I talked about that in great detail, so other than that, there's nothing bad about this figure. So if you're not a Saitama fan, and why are you not a Saitama fan? I mean, seriously, bro. Look at this guy. He's amazing. But anyhow, if you're not really into One Punch Man, this is definitely not a must-have. If you're a fan of the show, I guess, you know, I can recommend it. But it would cost money, because that's how things work. Anyhow, as usual guys, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget, if you enjoyed this review, feel free to hit it up with a like, and maybe subscribe to the channel so you can stay tuned for more gameplay stuff, figure reviews, and whatever Saitama wants. One punch!